Hello, hello. Momo's here on the windowsill beside me. Let me just post the link in my Facebook group. Today feels very early, so if I look tired, I am. I'm barely awake. But I am ready to do some more crafting. Right. Right. Oh, someone wants to join the group. Yep. All right. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello, Serena. Hello, Annalena. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Miranda. I'm just going to also post this on Instagram real quick. Copy link. Oh, mama. Right. Let's do a little photo. Little behind the scenes. Okay. Right. How is everyone doing? How is your Thursday? Today's also my dad's birthday, so I'm gonna call him after this. I sent him his birthday gift, I think 2 weeks ago. I sent it via post here because our Christmas cards arrived like way too late. They arrived like in the second week of January, so I thought, okay. And so I wanted things to show up in time, but then it already arrived last week, I think, so that's good. Thank you. I'll let him know. I think he'll like that. Yeah, I don't know. Hi, Lane. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, how old is he turning today? 62? He's from 61. So that's 63, perhaps? I don't know. Can't do maths off the top of my head. Sarina says, my day's very nitty. I'm busy with my second square. Yay! Yeah, so yeah, I feel a little bit weird that I can't be there, but we are planning to see family during Easter. So that's only like a month and a half away. So that's nice. Lane is making lots of checkered wearables today. crochet. I'm making arm warmers. Oh, that sounds so cool. I love the checkered pattern, you know. Oh my god, my voice. I love the checkered patterns that you see that are very popular right now, and also like I like the checkered over the wavy checkered ones. I'm not too into the wavy checkered ones, but I am really into checkered ones, especially since the Wednesday series on Netflix. Yeah, she had some really cool garments. Marianne says, I'm working on my second pair of socks this year. The goal is to make at least 12 pairs of socks. Oh, you're doing the box of socks. Or at least that's what this was called years ago when Kristen from Woolenvine Yarns, she used to do the box of socks knit along, and the goal was to knit a pair of socks each month, and then you save that for yourself for Christmas so that for the next year you have a fresh box of 12 pairs of socks. So yeah, it sounds like you're on track, so that's good. That might actually be a really fun idea for me as well, but yeah. 1 pair a month, yeah. Annalena says, I have quite a lot of work today, but I'm happy to be able to listen or see you. Knitwise, I'm a bit overwhelmed from my works in progress. I have to make another list, I think. Yeah, I find that just making a list kind of allows me to not think about it, because I don't have to remember everything because it's on the list. And it's okay to have a lot of works in progress. If you remember, at some point I had 28 works in progress last year. So so yeah, it's no big deal. But I do understand that you're overwhelmed. Yeah, one at a time. Yeah. Well, yeah. I work on projects, I think 2 at a time, because you know I can't do one project and then finish it and then go to the next one. I need to alternate between days. Yes, there is music. Is it not balanced? Should I do it a little bit louder, or just let me know? It's the same volume as it was last week, last live stream. So let me know. So 1 at a time, works in progress. I usually can't keep my head to finish a work in progress until it's done, but I will, if I'm going to sit down on the couch in the evening, then I'm picking one work in progress for that evening. So that's what I do, because I used to have works in progress all around me, and I tried to work an hour on this, an hour on that. Music needs to be softer. Yeah. If what does the rest think? Because I'm not listening to the same volume of music as you're listening to, so let me know if it needs to be softer. I need a list too. So many webs, but I love all of them. Okay, I'll let's see. This is 31. How's this? I don't know how many, let me know. Lane says, I have headphones on and the music is nice. Yeah, so I can't hear what you say. Oh, okay. Yeah, that. Okay, this is better. Okay, I have to remember. This is 34. The setting. I'm new to this, so thank you for helping me out. Serena says, I have two whips, the blanket and the flax DK sweater. Oh, the flax sweater is nice. Yeah. All right. Yeah, thanks for thanks for letting me know about the music, because I'd rather adjust it a little bit than, just power through. So I have some great news. But this will be, great news for me. So I found the best alternative to coffee milk. So I'm from the Netherlands. I'm living in Scotland, and one thing that I always did in the morning was have really, really strong tea, not coffee, but then put coffee milk inside, because I do like it to be it's really great. And I thought, okay, I'm moving to the land of tea. Surely, they'll make tea this way as well, because a British friend of mine, he invited me over like years ago, but he was living in Germany at the time, so it was not in the UK. But he invited me over, and he made me a cup of tea, and that cup of tea was the best cup of tea I have ever had in my life. Right? It was so creamy, yeah, so good. It was like tea flavored milk, so good. And so I was looking forward to moving here, because I was thinking, okay, I can finally make this cup of tea. But then here they only put regular milk in their tea. I know this is probably probably not interesting to anyone but me, but a lot of people suggested evaporated milk, so I got that. And at first I thought, oh no, evaporated milk is not what I mean, because that is also sweet, but it's not sweet. The one that I was thinking of was condensed milk, but this is not condensed milk, so I was very confused. But I was still skeptical, so I just looked up how they make coffee milk, and the website said, we take this and this milk and we evaporate it, and I was like, wait, so it is evaporated milk. So I got it, and yes, it's perfect, and now my life is complete. So yes. Very, very happy. So if you're a Dutchie living in the UK, evaporated milk is where it's at. And I thought that was very funny that, where does it say? Packed in Holland. They do say Holland instead of the Netherlands. Packed in Holland using Dutch milk for co-op, and then brought to Manchester. So I thought it was funny that it was actually Dutch milk. Right, okay, back to the show. Let's see, Marion says, I have a workshop knitting socks tomorrow at my local store, so looking forward to it. Yay! Oh, that's so exciting. Have you knit socks before? Because, you could have knit socks before and still go to a workshop. Let's set up the other camera so that I can do some more sewing. Or not sewing, but you know what I mean. Assembling. How fun. We are represented in the UK big time. Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny though. A lot of things are called, Dutch this, like a Dutch oven and a Dutch baby. like, and it's like pastry. It's not like an actual baby, but it's like a pancake. And I'm like, why do they call this Dutch? Because it is not Dutch, but yeah, it's but on the other hand, in the Netherlands we say Engelse drop, right? English licorice, and actually I am seeing that licorice a lot here in stores, so that's fun. Let's Lane says, I've only used it for baking. Yeah, it does. I had another brand and it had like this recipe on the tin, so I'll try that. I'll have to put it in tea now. Yeah, so it has to be really, really strong. Like the tea is undrinkable without without milk. We probably don't have a good brand, so I'll go to the Asian grocery. Yeah, Asian food stores are the best. Mayon says, I've tried knitting socks. The boomerang heel is quite something. Yes, it is. But it is really nice. I do a version of the boomerang heel. A Dutch day off means a day taken off to clean your house. What? I've never heard of that. Serena says, I think not to be confused with the American ones. Oh, the pancakes, you mean? Yeah, that could be true. And, you know, and with the French pancake, yeah, crepes, of course. Crepes. Let's see if this is working. You're just gonna see my tea right now. If it works. Oh. It was that was the ceiling. Yeah, so this is the color of my tea. It's a perfect color. Perfect. It's like a latte. Sorry. Yeah. Actually, oh, I see I have to do the chat again. I'll get the chat URL. And YouTube chat box, properties, paste new link. There we go. Yeah, we'll look at the assembly first. Hi Vinny, good morning. And going Dutch, we all know that means splitting the bill. Yeah. I mean that I totally get that, because yeah, that is totally, well, not what everyone does, but it is what I usually do, or what I feel comfortable doing. But here I don't feel comfortable doing that. I just say, oh, I'll get it this time, and then, you know, the other person gets it next time, because I'm so paranoid of people thinking that I'm like, how do you say that? Zuinig. The English word is escaping me. Right, so I have, let's recap. Let's recap. Oh wait, rude. Yeah, also, but the word I'm looking for is like not wanting to spend any money, not wanting to gold digger. Say it in Dutch. Didn't I say it like zuinig? you know, not wanting to spend any money, wanting the others to get the bill. Frugal, yeah, kind of like that. But yeah, so because that's like cheapskate. um, yeah, you get the idea. That's the common like idea of Dutch people. So I really want to avoid avoid that here. Good morning, Hilda. Just got back from the hairdresser. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. So let's recap. I have my super fancy cursor here. Wow, so profesh. So this is what we sewed together last time. The photo is not updated, so the photo shows that they're not joined, but they actually are, and it is right there. Oh no, my headphones are... No, I want to keep listening. Oh, I might have some other headphones. So I mean, this is weird. I just recharged them yesterday. Okay, so we have this, and now I have this row, starting with this one, you know. See? So I think we do that row first. That kind of makes sense to me. So yeah, I'm just going to start assembling this. Oh, I really have to get some other headphones. Okay, I can use this screen here. I rarely get to use this. I'll be back. Okay, they're not where I'm expecting them to be, so that's bad luck for me. Yeah, I just recharged them, you know, overnight, but maybe the cable didn't connect. I don't know. So let's see. Let's see, because I don't want to move outside of the shot. So I think here's good. All right. And then I'm gonna start bottom to top. Oh, now I'm paranoid. Did I put them in the right order? Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. Okay, we've got the setup, which is usually the most difficult part because I have to line up the stitches well, and when I pull the first time I have to make sure that it doesn't unravel the woven end. So it seems that we're good. I think it's so fun that, now I'm posting about this blanket a lot. A lot of people are also starting theirs, and that's like really, really nice to see. And one thing that is especially funny is the amount of people that ask, "Oh, is this your pattern? Do you have a pattern for this?" Like, it really goes to show that no matter how many times you post about something, like, this is, the pattern is here. I followed so many business courses over the years, and a common theme in every business course I followed was people are not seeing all of your posts and don't feel like, you have to repeat yourself. Don't feel like you can't repeat yourself because people are not going to know. And I always felt really self-conscious about it. I thought, I don't really want to, hey Mama. I don't really want to be an overly salesy person. Yeah. Hello. Oh. Come on. You can sit behind me. Hmm? There you go. So I always thought that. Oh, there she goes. So I always thought like, oh no, I'm posting enough, and people know, and it felt really weird to be like, hey, this is my pattern, and check it out. Here's my, and people can be new, yeah, exactly, Serena. But so I find it so funny that people are like, hey, hear me out. What if you made a pattern for this blanket? And I'm like, dude, the pattern has been out for 2 years. But obviously I don't say it like that, but I think it's so funny, and it just, it really shows me that, it's okay to just let people know, hey, you can find this pattern here because most people are not gonna know. And if people find that I'm being too salesy, they can always unfollow. But yeah, because it always feels like a bit of a balance. But we're not going outside. No, not now. Come and sit with me. She's a little princess. Yeah. Mamoetje. Oh, kom hier. One step ahead of you on that one, yeah. Yeah. Hi, Momo. I can't sew like this, Momo. She's purring a lot. It's your job. I mean, you have to sell patterns. I post to my followers because I like to. That's the difference. Yeah, it is. It is my job. It just feels weird sometimes. Yeah. Mamuche. But like, I like to see it. I like to see it as, you know, making people aware of my patterns and hey, this is really fun, and hey, these are all free patterns. You can check this out, and hey, have you seen this tutorial video? Because a lot of people like that as well. I'm trying not to see it as me trying to make money, but as me helping people to learn more about knitting. Which brings me a lot of joy, and I know brings others a lot of joy. Hey. I try to say your name and the patterns as much as I can in one place. Oh, thank you so much! That's so sweet. Momo, I really have to work now. You hold her all day now, that's your job. Yep. Momo. She's like lounging. Momo. Come on. Come on. There you go. I put like this really fluffy sweater behind me. She likes that. Yeah. Okay. Knuffels van Momo. Yeah. Okay. I think Momo's really looking forward to tomorrow because Tim is coming home tomorrow. I mean, I'm looking forward to it too. But then she'll always have a lap to just sit on. And she'll always get attention. Okay, I'm almost done with this one. I want to time myself for the next one, just because I'm curious. I've never seen a cat that really want to be held like Momo in my life. Yeah, I mean, it does surprise people, but yeah, cats can be like super, super cuddly. And I love that about her. They do say it's usually the female cats, because the male cats are usually a bit more like independent. But you know, who knows if that's true. Sorry, Momo. Okay. Okay, so I'll time myself for the next one. I'm live for 39 minutes, 16 seconds. Taking the next one. Good morning, Anik. How are you doing? Okay, I have to double check if this is the right one. Yes, it is. Yep. Okay. Hi Monique. My smallest had an operation. Due to that, he had to stay indoors for a long period, so now he's still more inside. Oh, I hope he gets better soon. Mayan says, my male cat is super cuddly and always wants to be on my lap. My female cat is more independent. Yeah, so so it just goes to show, like, doesn't have to be that the female cat or a male cat is more cuddly than the other. You know, we were always told this, but I think it really just depends on the individual cat. Monique says, cuddly are they all when they want food? And I have 5 cats. Yeah. I do think cats are more like, they're much sweeter than, you know, usually society shows us. Like, you know, you remember when we grew up and there were a lot of cartoons with like cats who were like, who are you? A lot of sassy cats, and of course they can be sassy, you know. They can be like, who are you? But I feel like a lot of people don't know that cats don't have to be that way. I mean, Momo is at the door when I'm coming home, and people will say, oh, she's like a dog, but I think maybe. Oh, I have to drink my tea before it gets cold. Torty cats can have a tortitude. Yeah, so tortoise cats. That's yeah, so it's like black with a little bit of brown, reddish brown, right? Just so I know. They say this about red cats as well, and that black cats are like how do you say this? Like the chillest cat ever. And you know, I've known 2 black cats, and they were like super chill. You could pick them up anywhere, and you know, and they would not care. Question: what thread are you using, and why not knitting it together? Oh, that's a good question. I am using some cotton yarn. It's called Rico Design something. I do have some other balls of this with the label still on, but the thing is, this is a thinner yarn than this one, what makes it easier to go through the stitches, and 2, it has some cotton and I think nylon in here, which makes it really strong, because I could totally do this with the same yarn, which is a wool and nylon yarn, but going through the stitches like this, and like it scrapes off a little bit of the yarn each time, so it gets thinner and thinner. So if you're doing really long pieces, it can really like break down and snap easily. So that's why I'm using cotton yarn. Why I'm not knitting it together? Yeah, so I do offer that as an option in the pattern, that, you know, for the vertical strips, you can start here and then knit this square and then not cast off, but just continue knitting. But then you still have to join the other squares. And because if you have 2 separate pieces, there's not really an easy way to actually knit that together. It's not like how you have an option with crochet. You know, with crochet you can take 2 squares and then crochet them together, right? And there's not really a way for that with knitting. Or, you know, there might be, but this gives the most invisible seam. I guess I should have led with that. This method gives an invisible seam. Kitchener stitch, yeah, so it's called grafting, and Kitchener stitch is another name for that, yeah, but I prefer to call it grafting. And this one actually, because grafting is when you have 2 sets of live stitches, and by that I mean stitches that are on the needle. If you're doing If you're sewing together two pieces where the stitches are all cast off, then it's called mattress stitch. When you have the name of the yarn you use, I would love that. Yeah, I'll just I'll get one of the other balls. Just a second. All right. Okay, what's my time? 48:48. Okay, and I started at 39. Okay, so almost 10 minutes. That's good. Probably with sewing in this end, it's going to be 10 minutes. That's good to know. Right. Okay, this is the yarn Creative Melange Lace by Rico Design. It's 95% cotton and 5% polyester. Yeah, but yeah, you don't necessarily need this yarn, right? I'm just using it since I have it on hand. I bought it years ago. More than 6 years ago. And I bought it for a crochet kit and I didn't end up using it. So I wouldn't suggest, simply buying this yarn for assembly. Because you probably have a yarn already in your stash that you can use for this. But if you like the way it looks and you want to make something with that, then go for it. I think it could be really nice for a summer top when crocheted, but for knitting it's a little bit thin. Yesterday someone messaged me with a question about the blanket pattern, and they asked if I had the color pairing, the color numbers for each design, and there is a list of color pairings in the pattern for, you know, colors that I have put together, but the pattern, but it doesn't say, oh, and then I've used this for the cross design, or I've used that for the triangle design. It doesn't say that, but it does give you the color pairings, you know, that go well together, so at least you're able to use all 80 colors if you're getting the color pack, and you're not left with colors that are, you know, too light, or, you know, too dark, or, you know, at least they can all be combined together. And then it's up to you to decide if, you know, for actually which square you use it. But, you know, I think once the blanket is done, I'll post, of course I'll be posting pictures, but I think I'll post a nice overview picture as well, so that if people want to make exactly the same blanket, that hopefully they can kind of see which is which. Nice music, sounds like an accordion. Yeah, some of the music does have an accordion. I really like this because I was a big fan of Professor Layton puzzle games, and that music, it always had an accordion, and it gives this French vibe. I realized because of this color it's hardly visible. You mean the color of the thread? Because, yeah, it is hardly visible, but I've also sewn things together. This is a good example. Okay, I used a really light color there as well. But there are some colors here. Yeah. Let's find a really contrasting one. So let's actually check that it's in the screen. So here I was using this light salmon color, which, you know, you can see because I've woven in the ends here. But on the actual seam, you really have to open it up to be able to see it. Let's find another one. See some green here. Yeah, I don't think you can really see, but what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't actually see it on the seam, but you will be able to tell, you know, where you've woven in the ends. And yeah, so this is what the back looks like, if I haven't shown you yet. And people are asking me, oh, so what are you gonna do about the back of the blanket? And I actually really like this. And yeah, I just like that it shows the handmade quality of it. So I don't mind that you're seeing the woven in ends. I don't mind that, and I like this ridge effect that it gives. And I like seeing the back of the squares and the floats and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of just personal preference. But so you don't have to go for a certain color of thread, just because you won't really be able to see it. Where was I? Yeah, and oh, I wanted to ask about the music, because so each month, this music is a subscription, so each month I can choose new songs, and so it's like at the end of every month that I can choose new ones. And I was thinking, like, do you want more of this jazz, or should I look for like lo-fi music, or because I think if I always use this, then it might get kind of boring. So I might alternate it with lo-fi music. Or let me know if you have any other suggestions. I like lo-fi a lot, but I like this too. K-pop. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll have any royalty-free K-pop. Yeah. I mean, I do like lo-fi. Sometimes I think like the beat is sometimes a bit too much. Like sometimes I feel like it is more for, I don't know, like working out. But sometimes it's really nice. Row 24 done, yay! That's over halfway. Oh, by the way, it snowed here yesterday. There is still some snow on the ground now. So that was fun. And Tim called me from Orkney, and he was in a real snowstorm. There was a thick layer of snow on the ground already there. The second square goes so much faster than the first one because I can see the repeat now. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah. That's what I noticed myself as well. That's why with the last couple of squares, I was just finishing all of the same design in one go. But when I started, I was like, you know, I'm the kind of person who needs new things a lot. I tend to get bored with the same thing over and over, which is why I usually have a ton of works in progress. So I would do this design first and then hop on to that square and then that square. But it really goes faster if you complete the same ones after each other, because then, you know, you're casting on and you're knitting the row and you're like, okay, from the fourth square I do this, and then you're much less likely to make counting mistakes, and that's really nice. I think I have a name for this square. In my head, this is the robot square. Can you see it? It looks like Wall-E with two eyes and all Wall-Es. Maybe because this one is gray. Maybe. That's the one you're working on? I thought this one was really fun to do because some rows are like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Oh, this is going really speedy actually. We only have 3 more squares to go before I finish this vertical strip. And that should be 30 or 40 more minutes. No, wait, I have 1, 2, 3 seams to go. So that's good. Momo is slowly pushing me out of my chair. Oh, by the way, you know what I've been obsessed with this week? I started another Pokemon game. I loved Pokemon so much when I was a kid, and one of the streamers I'm watching, you know, he usually does a lot of Zelda, you know, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild videos, and now he was doing a Pokemon challenge, and I was like, yes, where's my Nintendo DS? Where's the charging cable? I need to fire up this game. Yes, my whole arm is tattooed in Pokemon. My people. Gotta catch them all, yeah. So made myself some tea, got one of the whips, and I will do a little break from work. Yay! Come and craft with us, Annalena. Yeah, so I dug out my Nintendo 3DS, and I have Pokemon Moon on there, which was the last one that I bought. And honestly, I did not love this game when I played it. It's like too new for me. You know, it's like one of those games that wants to do 3D and like, give me the pixels. Just give me the pixelated Pokemon. I love it. So I also have Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon either Blue or Red on there. But like, that may be a little bit too old. My favorites are the Sapphire and Ruby series. And like the Gold and Silver and Crystal. But anyway, so I wasn't going to buy a new Pokemon game just because I have this fixation at the moment. So I just started over with Pokemon Moon, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot. So yeah, so instead of knitting in the evenings, I've just been playing Pokemon. And it's fun, you know, sometimes you just gotta play. Sometimes you have to do stuff that is not, you know, helpful in daily life in any way. and just relax and play and have fun. There have to be some advantage when being home alone, yeah. Well, to be honest, I could also do this. If Tim was home, he would probably join me. But yeah, I mean, at least, you know, I don't feel guilty now about leaving washing the dishes for, you know, in the morning, and then in the evening I'm just playing Pokemon. But I want to ask if you guys have this as well. So ever since I started knitting and crocheting, I almost feel guilty about any time I'm just, you know, I'm doing unproductive things, but like, it's not really unproductive, it's just, you know, whatever helps you relax, right? But whenever I'm just, you know, on Instagram or on Pinterest or playing video games, there's some part of me thinking like, oh, I could have almost, like, I could have done 10 more rows on this blanket right now. Or I could have finished this sweater by now. And sometimes I feel really guilty about that. But yeah, that's just the productivity trap, right? I think knitting should also be fun and not feel like something that you have to do. But I was just wondering if you have this too. Yeah, I always have to knit crochet when I watch TV. Yeah. Yeah, it feels unproductive when I'm just watching TV, as if it's like not worth it to only watch TV. Whereas, you know, you can totally just watch TV. Otherwise, it feels like lost time. Yeah. Especially when I'm like outside and maybe, you know, whenever I'm like traveling by train or, you know, waiting at the airport, or I don't know, I have to have something with me, even if I'm not working on it, because I need to have the option to be productive. Which I feel like is probably a byproduct of capitalism, right? The need to always be productive. But yeah, it just feels like I'm being lazy otherwise. It's your job. It's productive in one way, but for me, I have to think about the knitting. Otherwise, I will go nuts out of my own thoughts. I get zen when knitting, and watching TV without it is not the same. That is true. And I do have my TV projects because I can't do business knitting projects when I'm watching TV, because then, I really need to be at my computer. I need to be able to write notes, because otherwise the pattern writing is just going to take 4 times as long. And sometimes I'll be knitting on a sock and I'm like, oh, I really have to record a tutorial video for the next step, and then I just, I can't knit past that point because I need to do the tutorial video, and then Miranda says, for me, knitting and crocheting when watching TV is necessary. If I want to see the end of what I'm watching, I will fall asleep otherwise. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Because it occupies your mind enough so that you can actually pay attention to what you're seeing. In the last 2 years or so of when I was at university, for some classes, you had classes where you had to do something, like write things down, and you had classes where you were basically just listening, right? You were just listening to the professor. And for those classes, I would sit somewhere in the back and I would take my knitting project. And it would always be a very simple knitting project, because I found that if I'm sitting there and knitting, I can be a better listener. But still, people around me were like, "You're knitting?" Like, some people were like, "You're knitting? That's badass." And others were like, "Are you not paying attention?" But they didn't understand that I was knitting so that I could pay attention. Yeah. And I like that this is being spoken more about, with fidget toys and everything. Sometimes you just need to do something with your hands to be able to concentrate on things. The life of a knitfluencer, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, Serena, like when I was working at my previous job, my colleagues would be like, oh, you have a little knitting company. Oh, how's it going? And do you have a little Instagram account for that? I'm like, yeah, here's my Instagram account. And they went to see, and they're like, oh, whoa, you're really famous. I'm not really famous, but it felt just so good that, those people were obviously underestimating me, and then they they were really impressed with my Instagram. Yeah, that always felt good. And one of my sisters-in-law, she works at a marketing department, but the marketing department in her company is very young, very new, I mean. So a lot of her colleagues are older, and they're like, nah, social media, we don't need to focus on social media. And then And then she's actually showing my Instagram, like, look, this is my sister-in-law, and she just posted this, and it has 500,000 views. So she sometimes uses my Instagram to convince her colleagues to let her do what she wants for social media. I'm autistic and my hands are always doing something. It helps me cope with everything better. Yeah. I don't often say this, but I'm autistic too. And I really, yeah. This just, it feels nice to have something to do and to distract me from the whirlwind in my brain. Hi Alex, goedemorgen. Or is it morning in the Netherlands and Belgium? No, it's afternoon. Goedemiddag. You're famous in some circles. Yeah, I guess that's true. 12:30. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be streaming for another 30 minutes. Because then it's lunchtime here. Het is spijtig dat ik geen Engels versta. Ja. Ja. Dit is iets wat ik in het Engels blijf doen. Maar ik vind het altijd leuk om je reacties voorbij te zien komen. It's carnival time in Limburg. Yeah, oh right, it is. So are you going to be joining in the carnival celebration, Serena? Okay, I'm joining the very last square of this row. Oh, this is gonna be difficult because it's black. It's difficult to see. Maybe, I don't know. We have to babysit my niece on Monday because my brother, his firstborn, and his girlfriend are going to participate in the optocht. Oh, okay. That's nice. Wel zeer mooi. Ah, dankjewel. Ik heb nu alle vierkantjes gebreid van de deken en nu ben ik ze allemaal in elkaar aan het zetten. Ik zal eventjes de deken laten zien. I'm going to switch back to the layout of the blanket. Tada! Dus ik ben nu deze rij aan het doen. En deze heb ik al samen genaaid. So I'm doing this row right now and I've already done this bit, so then I'll have that part done. Het zijn 80 vierkantjes, 80 squares. Dus dat was heel wat werk. Maar we zijn bijna aan de finish. So getting really close to finishing this thing. And you have a mini blanket, yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm going to assemble all of the vertical strips first and then assemble them together. Because I think it would be really fun to see all of the vertical strips. Is there a better word for this? I don't know. Oh, so difficult to see. Met scheepjeswol. Ja, dit is de scheepjes Metropolis wol. Ik heb hier even geen label ervan, maar het is dezelfde die we gebruikten in de workshop. So this is scheepjes Metropolis yarn that I'm using for the blanket. Okay, we have finished this vertical part of the blanket. Tot de volgende keer, Alex. So, we have finished this part. So now, let's take a look at the next row. The next column. Okay, so we've done this one. And then this is also finished. So now we're looking at this one. Yeah, that's the one. So we have this, and that. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Oops. Ta-da! I have a scarf. Right. Oh, this is so pretty. It's one of my favorites. Mama. Okay. So. There we go. If you could knit with only one color combo for the rest of your life, which one would it be? I mean, I already know the answer, but I'm gonna ask, am I allowed to work with different nuances of the colors as well? So if I say one color is red, would I be able to work with all colors that could be considered red? Or do you want me to actually pick my favorite from these exact squares? For now from the square, but you can answer anyway. Okay. My favorite from these squares is this one. Absolutely adore this. Yeah, totally in love with this. The peachy, salmony, orange, pink, and then this rusty brick red brown. Absolutely love it. But if I could choose any variation of a color, then I would do purple and green, because I love purple and green. Yeah, these are very close. This might show up as a bit white on screen, but it is actually like the perfect like Milka chocolate purple. No, it's actually more like Stardew Valley Iridium, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Do you have a favorite color pairing so far, Serena? Wait, I can show you. Let's have the blanket thing. So my favorite was here, this one. Yeah. I really like this one as well, the blue and pink. Oh, and this one, the blue and red. Oh. and these. Oh, and that question goes for everyone, by the way. If you have a favorite square here, tell me which one. So column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I'm curious. Oh. Serena's the second row from the right, a second square from the top. Oh, that one, the green leaves one. That's really nice. Miranda says column 2. Okay, Okay, so I'm thinking that it's column 2 from the right then. Column 2, row 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, the light blue and dark blue one. That's one of my favorites as well. And column 9, row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the like white and oatmeal-y brown cross signs. Yeah, that's really pretty. There's one more, but I can't find it. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. Hilda says, I really love the 2 squares where you are now working on. Okay, then I'll show you that one again. Ta-da! Yeah, green and purple. I also love green and purple. And I think it's funny because this green on its own is like, wow, like super bright green. I have the ball here. Mama, can I sit? Yeah. Hey, I can sit here too. Mamo. Hey, let me go. I can sit here too. Okay, so it's one of these. Yeah. So this, I think it's super, super bright green. Like it shows up even more if it's like a really full-sized ball. And I don't think I would really ever use this green on my own because it's like highlighter green. But here, it's much calmer. Mama? Be nice. So something really funny happens when you combine colors, and you know, here the beige just kind of really softens this green, which is really interesting to me. Starina says, I have my purple phase now. And again, love purple too, yeah. Okay, let's do one more square for this stream. Lena says, I always have a purple face. See, so I like this purple as well. I like that even more than this one. It's 1 o'clock, yeah. It's 12 here. Seems more red to me than purple. Yes, but that's exactly what the combination does. It's really funny because this is really purple. But yeah. Because, okay, now I really want to look it up. I know the red in here is color 46 leads. So let's look up what the purple in here is. I think it's Ash 1, but I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find it. Color. Where can I find this? There it is. Okay. So leads. And rabats. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, it's really difficult to see this online. It's color 41 rabat, which kind of looks like a brown online, but it is. There is purple in there. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, can't really show you. You'll just have to wait until you get to that color pairing. Or wait, I might have it here. No, do I? I'll find out. No, it's in a box. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna finish this square and then I'm gonna end the live stream so I can have some lunch. And then I'm going to hopefully finish a video for the Patreon page. Because I have a theme for this year, which is called the Year of Home. So I'm doing lots of home projects to kind of like add more of a handmade feel to your home without having to paint the walls or drill any holes or I have to go to the store and bring my card to my parents. Thank you for being here, Serena. See you next time. And have fun during Carnival. What are you having? I'm searching for lunch IDs. I baked some banana bread yesterday, which I already had for breakfast, but yeah, I made a lot, so I might have that again, or I might have a sandwich with ham and cheese. Sorry, I did have red curry yesterday for lunch, so but today it is kind of uninspiring. Oh, and now I missed a comment. It's funny how my eyes perceive a color that is a mix of colors different than someone else. Yeah, it also might be the screen, you know, or my camera, right? And our eyes really play tricks on us when we see two colors next to each other. Because, you know, I remember buying full-sized skeins of this and I just think of it as brown, and now I'm seeing it as purple, so it's definitely not just your eyes. I'll probably have a sandwich too. It's something easy. Yeah, exactly. You know what I really like for a sandwich? If you like peanut butter, I really like this combination. So I toast the bread so it's crunchy, and then I put peanut butter on it and slices of apple, like thin slices of apple, and that's really nice. The kind of juice of the apple makes that the peanut butter is not so dry, and yeah, some crunch in there. I might have that. I do wish we had nicer bread here in the UK. It's mostly all toast bread. So it's mostly all white and very spongy bread. We do buy wholemeal bread here every time, but it's just not as tasty as Dutch bread. And like usually Dutch bread isn't that good either if you compare it to, you know, German bread, for example. Yeah, I really want to do some bread baking. I already bought some bread flour, and I have a cake tin, so a rectangle cake tin. So I'm definitely gonna try. I already baked some baguettes last year, which went okay. It just seems difficult. Yeah, but I'll definitely give it a try. All right. That's my squares for today. They are good with grain, with wheat, to make beer and bread, the Germans. Yeah. Germans and their bread, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they already think Dutch bread is like the worst, so I feel for any Germans coming to the UK, because UK bread is not good. Although I have yet to try an actual bakery. I've only bought supermarket bread first up until now. So I hear that there's a really good bakery in Inverness, so I'll have to go and try that sometime. But once we visited the Netherlands and had the best toast, black bread ever. Oh, yes. Yeah, I just really like Dutch bread. I do. I like maisboot to cornbread. Oh, so good. And that's it from a German guy and a half German girl. Oh, are you half German? That's interesting. I mean, that's nice. Also my favorite cornbread. Yeah, oh, I love cornbread. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, half German, half Greek. Oh, that's so nice. I mean, if you can say that. Right, so yeah. Oh, now I want cornbread. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here with me today. I am going to have some lunch, and hopefully I'll be back next week. I mean, on Thursday for sure, but hopefully on Tuesday as well. Yeah, I need to see if that works. If so, I'll be doing the same times, so 12 noon on Tuesday. That's 1 p.m. Dutch time, 2 p.m. Greek time, and Thursday 10 a.m. so 11 a.m. Dutch time, noon Greek time. Okay, I'm not gonna do that every time. Okay. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend ahead of you. Of course, it's only Thursday, but have a great rest of the week. I will see you next time. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.